welcome back to Consumer Update. Well, the Tampa Bay region is not lacking in personal injury attorneys. However, few are as dedicated, hardworking, and aggressive as our next guest. Joining me today is Keith Ligori of Ligori and Cappy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, so when I call you aggressive, sometimes people go, oh, that's a negative thing. But for an attorney, that's a key thing.
You have to be aggressive. I think, in my mind, you're going to be a good lawyer.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to be able to push cases. You're going to have to be able to work hard and be dedicated as to what you do. And that's one of the reasons, for a simple fact, in our firm, we believe being available for our clients all the time is part of that. So that's one reason we forward our office phones to my cell phone at night and weekends, so I'm always available for my clients. So I think that's just one piece of the whole puzzle.
Right, and I do want to note, because my viewers know that I'm an attorney, that is unheard of. Like, when you told me that, I was kind of like, are you insane?
Yeah, people ask me that question. What are you doing? Do you get a lot of calls? And I get some. Just depends what's going on.
But as a client, that is gold. And I just want people to really know that, because, like I said, that sets you apart from any attorney I've ever.
No, I think it does too. And I think my clients really do appreciate it. Because, that's the way I would want to be treated if I was in their shoes. So if I was needing a lawyer, I want to be able to have access to my lawyer. And that's what it's all about, offering the best customer service. So
obviously, customer service is what makes you different.
One of the things that makes us, yes.
What else makes you different?
Well, one of the other things, I mean, it's coming up on the holidays right now. I think it's very important to mention this, is that there's going to be a lot of drunk drivers, unfortunately, on the road.
Right,
and that's why we try to encourage people, don't drink and drive, but unfortunately, people still do it anyways. But when people are victims of drunk drivers, and those people come to me, we prosecute those cases to the fullest extent. I used to be a prosecutor here in Hillsborough County. Now I prosecute them civilly and push those cases as far as I can. A lot of lawyers don't do that.
And that's what I was just about to say. A lot of them just settle. They don't go the extra route.
You need to go the extra mile. You need to go the extra mile, and you need to send the message to that person. And unfortunately, you sometimes need to send that message to the insurance company, insurance adjuster, who's not stepping up and taking responsibility for that case when they should be.
No, and it sounds like you are prepared to work. And I know that seems like a silly thing to point out, but it's really important when you're dealing with attorneys.
Absolutely, you have to be that way.
Yeah,
I think you have to be ready to work hard, and we're dedicated. Ryan Cappy, my partner, we have Tim Sanders, also my firm, another great lawyer. And I have a great staff, and they all know my work ethic, and they all follow it to the T, and they do a great job also.
Okay, obviously you do PI cases.
Yes, everything under the umbrella, personal injury, really, we handle. It comes anywhere from car accidents to wrongful death cases to serious injury cases. And another area we also are involved with are mass tort claims, like bad drug cases.
Okay, yeah, let's talk a little bit about that, because I think people don't really know what's going on with Tylenol.
When you say bad drugs, Tylenol, for instance, there's been some FDA reports that have been put out in about 2009, and basically those reports are saying that the recommended dosage of Tylenol was too much. You shouldn't be taking it. If you take the recommended dosage, people are suffering from liver failure, liver failure, liver injuries, and therefore people don't think it. People always have trusted Tylenol.
Absolutely, it's a
I know.
name.
And when this started coming out, it was shocking, knowing that people have taken this, but they never changed anything. And finally, the FDA has made them go in and take responsibility and make them change their label. So they had to reduce the amount of recommended Tylenol to 325 milligrams.
Really?
So yes.
Really?
So that's just a few of the cases we're pursuing. Another area is Pradaxa. It's a blood thinning. It's what they call a warfarin type of drug. And what happened was they don't have an anticoagulant. It's a blood thinner. So people sometimes are shaving and they're bleeding out because they can't stop the bleeding. And they didn't advertise it properly, and they didn't tell people this when they were as being side effects. And it's some problems that have occurred. People have either died or had some serious injuries. And that's just one of the other areas. It's all on my homepage at ligoricappylaw.com. We have all the areas that we take care of. But
right, and it sounds like you specialize in a lot of key areas that affect people.
Well, we try to. We help people out, and we have certain people that specialize in the firm at certain
areas, absolutely.
certain areas, so that we're able to help the consumer.
And that's something that I really want to mention to the viewers, is that it is key that you go to an attorney that specializes. Not every attorney does everything.
That's true. It's unfortunate that some people try to, but you can't.
Right.
You know,
And do it well.
And do it
And
well.
be aggressive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but we have our area of expertise that we try to emphasize, and we do quite well with it with our clients, and getting them the great results and get them the help they need and the restitution they need when it comes to the injuries they sustained. So.
Now, what's your background? Like, is it strictly PI? Like, what's your background?
Well, my background is originally when I graduated law school, I was a public defender and state attorney.
Oh.
So I have some criminal experience, which includes a lot of trial experience from that angle, and also from the civil side, a lot of trial experience.
Yeah, as an attorney, my eyes are kind of going wide open, because that's really important, and a lot of people sitting at home might not realize how important.
No, I'm glad you said that, because it's extremely important. If you are an attorney and you never walk into court, then the insurance companies are going to know that,
They know it, yeah.
and your offers that they give you are going to reflect it, and your results to your clients are going to reflect that.
And there's a lot of attorneys that don't have the trial experience. I want to stress that too, because people don't realize that.
But don't have the trial, they don't even walk into court. And it's unfortunate, a lot of attorneys are like that, but I made sure with my track that I was on with school that in my experience that I wanted to have that experience of trying cases and having a lot of motions, filing a lot of motions in front of courts and have judges hear it. So I think it's imperative. You got to have that. And you need to ask, people need to ask that when they're looking for a lawyer. What's your trial experience? What's your experience in court? Because
ask the questions. Don't be scared to.
Oh, you have to ask those questions. What are the results you've obtained? What kind of cases have you handled? And what are those results? Those are very important questions.
Well, I have a very important question for you. How do we find you?
You can either call me after hours at nights or weekends on my cell at 813-254-7119, or that phone gets forwarded to my office during the day, and you can go ahead and ask for me that way and get hold of me. I'm always available to my clients. I make sure of that. That's very important to me.
Great. Well, you gave so much incredible information. Thanks again for coming on the show. Coming up, breast cancer and the importance of mammograms. Consumer Update continues after this short break.